Yeah, so Libby's mom, Carrie Timmons, says learning all of this information 5 years later makes her feel like law enforcement is nowhere near solving the case.
They don't know what they're doing still. They're kind of just circling around the same thing and nothing. There's not really been a lot of movement in the case.
So for her to say, hey, they don't know what they're doing is it's huge, because maybe they just don't know what they're doing. Maybe they just don't know who it is. Maybe they don't have the evidence. And at this point, if they can't tell the parents anything or any kind of lead or hope, does law enforcement actually need more public help? I don't know. Maybe that's what drove this into the ground. I don't know. But it's been 5 years. What is going on?
Carrie Timmons is still trying to connect the dots. She wants to know why law enforcement never told her family about two people they were looking into as possible early suspects in the murders of her daughter, Libby German, and her friend, Abby Williams.
It's weird that all this information just now comes out and they act like it's no big deal. So I don't know. I don't know how important it really is to the actual case, but it seems that there's a lot more information out there.
And she has every right to feel that way. Because, how many times has the parents of these two girls have had their hopes taken because they thought, oh, this is going to be it. Oh, this lead's going to be it. When really they just got the runaround over and over and over again. I do not blame either of the parents of these two precious girls to feel the way that they feel. Absolutely. So what do we do now? And what can they do now? Something's got to give.
In December 2021, iTeammate was the first to uncover the 2017 investigation into Kagan Klein. He's the man behind the Anthony Schatz profile that police say Libby was communicating with the day the girls went missing. We also told you about the request for a search warrant on the property of Ronald Logan, where the girls' bodies were found. Timmons says despite disturbing details in the search warrant, including the part where an FBI agent says the girls' bodies were moved and staged, she doesn't believe Ronald Logan was the killer.
If they had a case against him, they would have built it. They had easy access to do so. And I've never really believed that Ron Logan did it. I believe that, and I have said that maybe he knows who did or knows, knew information because it was there on his property.
Timmons says she has asked Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter to fill in the gaps, but she says so far that hasn't happened. She says she even looked into sources from outside of Indiana for help.
Doug Carter and I don't particularly see eye to eye. We never have. I've had conversations with police. I've spoken with private investigators, but most of the people that I've spoken with have basically said there's not really a whole lot they can do considering the police won't release information.
At this point, Timmons says she isn't confident the case is any closer to being solved.
I do want to know why we still don't have answers, why we're still at a standstill 5 years later, especially knowing what we know now.
I did ask Indiana State Police if they wanted to respond and was told they did not want to comment. Libby's mom says she does want to remind people that an arrest has not been made and sending tips is still important.
Does that mean that if there is no leads or no more information to give the family on what they are doing, and we have all of these things coming out with Ron Logan, we have all of these things coming out with Keegan Klein and Tony Klein, and they're still not confirming with the public that they have an actual suspect in custody at this point? Does that mean that the person or persons who harmed Libby and Abby on February 13th of 2017 in Delphi, Indiana, could be within law enforcement?